Good day. My name is Jesús Borja de León, and I'm one of the candidates for this Campaña de Estímulos in order to get a scholarship to study the Masters in Second Languages Teaching at Universidad del Magdalena. So, about me, I'm 30 years old. I graduated from international business in 2017, and since 2018, I have taught English in higher education, studying at Universidad del Magdalena, and then also working at institutions like Universidad Sergio Arboleda. I had the opportunity to do my CELTA certification at EF Quito, where I also worked during 3 months. So that's part of my experience, and I'm currently finishing a postgrad in political studies at Universidad de Buenos Aires. Well, that was a little bit about my profile. Now about innovative teaching methods or approaches that I have used in class. Well, as you can see in my propuesta académica, in my academic proposal, I talk a lot about AI. And right now in teaching, there's a lot of resistance against AI. So I noticed last semester that my students were using AI a lot in a non-ethical way. They were mostly using it in order to basically copy and paste the prompts that I give them, or like copy and paste instructions, and then they just turn in whatever the AI gave them. And it's really easy to notice when it's not their work. So something that I did this semester with my students, it was the third week of classes. So what I did with them was I sat down and we did this activity with AI. We learned together the constraints and some of the advantages that AI has. And I ask them a little bit like, what kind of technology are you using? And they show me a couple of uses of AI that I was not aware of. So it was quite successful to share this information together and discover together how to use generative AI in an ethical and critical way. So it was really nice. And from then on, and I haven't seen my students using ever again AI like in a malicious way, you know? So I think it's really good to show them the constraints, the advantages, and things that they can do. And it helps them learn. They can take advantage of all these nice things that they can do with artificial intelligence. So that was pretty great. Now, talking about the second topic, that is online learning. Well, during my CELTA, we did half of my CELTA was online. So it was preparation about teaching online. And I learned a lot of techniques that we could use. The problem is that most of the time, the really nice techniques that we see around on the internet are they take advantage of the usage of cameras and constant usage of microphones, which in our reality at Unimac, that we have a lot of students that do not have access to this type of equipment in general. Then it becomes a little bit constrained. So one of the things I've been doing a lot is to keep the class communicative. I used a lot breakout rooms. So they give them the possibility to talk among themselves and prepare uh, their activities and actually communicate during class as long as they have access to a microphone. Other things that I've done is using a lot of annotation tools as a way of self-checking or group checking for open class feedback about any activity. So it's really nice when you say like, okay, let's match, or let's say if you like it or you don't, and then seeing your screen light up with all the annotations that they create. It's quite nice to see them being engaged, um, and actually like enjoying their virtual classes. So For breakout rooms, it's really nice to see them creating surveys that then they ask their other partners about, or like I remember one time when we had a debate, and it's really hard to have a debate in an online class. So what I did was that I divided them in groups, and they planned all their strategies in groups, and then I mingled them with the other groups. So there were, like, for example, three groups and three students. So then all of them just switch, and then it was one to one with people from other groups just discussing and debating. And it's hard to control, it's hard to check it, it's hard to give feedback, but it's really nice to see like they are in these smaller groups and they are actually using the language. So that was a little bit of my experience. I hope I can learn much more during the process in the masters, and I'm hopeful, fingers crossed, that I'm selected as part of the grantees for this scholarship. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.